Hey guys, welcome to my first video. This video will just be showing you some basic Pygame stuff. We'll be making this a very simple project. It's not even, just 50 lines of code, very straightforward. So let's get to it. The first thing we do obviously is import some modules. So I'll import time, system, Pygame, and random. And we'll have to use all of these different things to make this work. And so the first thing we want to do is, actually you have to do this yourself, is just get into something similar and create a 4x4 image of a black and a white square basically. And so I've already done that, but what we need to do is create a dictionary. And so we'll do that by defining this texture, or these textures as, first of all, we've got black, and we're going to have white as well. And so we'll load these images by using Pygame's function of pygame.image.load, and then whatever the image is called in your Python folder. If you don't know how to do that, just look it up online. It's very straightforward. And so I've called mine white, like this, .png. And the black one I called, well, pygame.image.load. I called this one black.png. Okay, and now this might be a little bit confusing, but we first have to define the value for black and white before we assign it a texture, so to speak. So first of all, I'll say black is equal to 0 and white equals 1. If you don't believe me, you can try it out. If you don't have this right here, the program is not going to work. Okay, the next step is to define the tile size, and this has to correspond with the actual tile size of your image. For me, both of these, the black and the white, are both 4x4, and so I'll say these are going to be 4 pixels across, which they are. I'll define my map width to be, let's say 200 by 4. That should be good enough. Let's also say map height is about 150. 150 works. And now we come to the actual Python or Pygame part of this, and we're going to initiate Pygame using this right here, pygame.init. Something I always do. It's not needed, but I think it's good to do it. We're just going to set the mouse when it is on the screen to be false. We're also going to start a clock. Clock dot, oh no, that's not right, sorry. It's going to be pygame.time.clock, and we'll use this later on to control the FPS of the game. It can go up to 20 or just be 1 frame per second. It really just depends on how you want it to look like. And we obviously have to define the surface that we'll be blitting all these images onto. If blitting is new to you, we'll introduce that later. So we'll just define our surface as display surf, all caps for me, and we'll call it pygame.display. We're going to set the mode. We're actually doing a setting how wide our display surface is going to be, and we do this by saying, okay, we know how many tiles across or how many images we want this thing to be. It's going to be 200 images, but this is times the thickness of each tile, which we defined as our tile size. And so that's the x, and now for the y we've got map height, and same thing, it's a square, so it's going to be times the same tile size. Make sure you have all the parentheses at the end there. Okay, and now we come to the loop in which we're going to be displaying all this stuff. Okay, we're going to say now, while true, and this is always a true statement, unless we said, well, yeah, it's always going to be true. We're going to say, for every event in pygame.events.get, and what this does is this gets all of your keyboard inputs, all of your mouse button clicks, etc. So we're going to say if the events.type equals pygame.quit, and this basically says if it's an error, the escape key. Or no, not the escape key. If it's this thing right here, the exit button, then we're going to quit Pygame, and this is why we needed to import the system module. We're going to get rid of or exit the system as well. Yeah, and we're also going to define something else. If the type, so basically if the key is pressed, then that looks wrong, but oh yeah, it's right. It's right. Yeah, because now we're going to say if events.type is equal to pygame.k escape. So now we're just saying if we press escape on the keyboard, then it's going to receive this, and we're just going to do the same thing as before. We're going to pygame.quit and system.exit. Okay, so far we've imported modules, we've defined different variables, we've now assigned pictures to those variables. These pictures have a width and height of 4, that's the tile size. We've defined our map width to be 200 of these tiles across and 150 down. And yeah, we've initiated Pygame, and we have defined our surface that will be blending these images onto. Okay, now this next part is the crucial step, and honestly probably the easiest step. We're just going to say for every row in range of our map height. So we're going to say for every number basically in range of map height, and our map height was 150. So this will take every number between 0 and 149, every integer. We'll also say for every column, which is every column in range of map width, we are going to make a choice. This choice, now the random module comes into play. Random.choice of a little list of 0 and 1. Now why 0 and 1? That seems kind of random, but 0 and 1 are defined as black and white. And black and white we redefined in a sense in our dictionary as our black image and our white image. So now that we have a choice, this is saying for every point, for every x and y value in the range of 200 by 150, we're going to make a choice, and for that choice, we're going to put this onto our display surface. So we'll be doing that by taking this, let's see, textures, and this is the dictionary that we defined before, so now we're using this 0 and 1 value, and we're using it to do that. So now we're taking this choice, which it can be either 0 or 1, in textures. Textures is black or white, and 0 or 1 is black and white is defined right here. I hope that makes sense. If not, look at it again, hopefully it makes sense to you. And where are we putting this? Well, we are putting this at this x value times the tile size, and we're putting this at the y value still times the tile size. And do we need one more? Wait. Yeah, we actually do need that one right there. There we go. And now if we get rid of this, yes, okay. Okay, and now if we did this, nothing would happen actually, because what we have to do is update the display. So we do that by saying pygame.display.update, like so. That's all caps. Let's try that again. Pygame.display.update. And now we set the FPS, the frames per second. For me personally, I'm going to choose to do, let's start with 1 just to show you guys how it works. So we're going to say we're going to update this every tick, so every 1 second. Okay, and let's give that a shot now and just see how it works. So to run this, you can save this as tutorial 1. Okay. Okay, we've got mistake. This happens often, unfortunately. If event pygame.quit, what's wrong with that? Oh, yeah, we shouldn't have that. Okay, hopefully now it works. Let's test it out. There we go. So this is what we're doing right here. It's like a old TV screen when it's all staticky. And so this is just an introduction to get you guys used to blending images onto a surface, defining the X and Y, the height and width of your image and all that. But it looks cooler and also hurts your eyes if you set this a little bit higher. To example 40. And now you see it really has that nice look to it. So yeah, maybe hurt your eyes, maybe not, but okay, that's all for now. If you have any questions, just let me know. Respond in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll have more videos coming up. And if you guys like enough, I have a Fire Emblem game I've been developing with Pygame, and it's coming along pretty well. But if you want to see that, just give me a thumbs up. And yeah, till then.